Yoshinobu Yamamoto out of Japan also signed with the Dodgers. This came not immediately, but it felt very soon.
I wonder if he
Ohtani
was
signed.
waiting. If he
That's
was
what
waiting.
I think. That's what
And
I think.
I don't want to say I was like upset when it happened because I figured it was either. I actually thought he was going to go to the Yankees.
That's what I thought. That's what
I
everybody
really
thought.
did. But then when he went to the Dodgers, it was like, freaking of course. You say,
Yeah.
oh, the Dodgers don't have any pitching this year because Otani's not going to be pitching. They still don't have any pitching. They're not going to win it. And then they bring Yamamoto. It's like, well, now they have pitching.
Yeah.
Now they have Tyler Glass now. Now they really have pitching.
And now they have Tyler Glass now too. I was like, what is happening?
They knew the exact. Obviously, they knew the thing that we all knew. Well, they don't have any pitching. They're not going to win. Well, now they have pitching. Now they're going to win. So,
oh man.
But Yamamoto signed
know.
12 years, $325 million. And I think I heard that. I think the one thing I read said that he was starting at 250.
Yeah.
But it ended up being 325 $325 million. None of that is deferred.
Right.
But there are a lot of options despite not having a no trade clause. So buckle up, Brig. Let me tell you about this. This interesting.
Send it, Brad.
So if I'm reading the internet here. This is from the Score, and I think they took it from the Associated Press. It says if Yamamoto has Tommy John surgery or is on the injured list for a right elbow injury for 134 consecutive service days from 2024 through 2029, he would have the right to opt out after the 2031 and 2033 seasons. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So he'll have an option if he spends that time on the IL. If he avoids Tommy John surgery and doesn't miss that much time with an elbow issue during that window, he can instead opt out after the 2029 and 2031 World Series or seasons.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He could opt out of the contract after the end of any season in which he is traded. So he doesn't have a no trade clause, but if he gets traded somewhere he doesn't like, so let's say the Dodgers fall apart, decide to tear it down, and he gets traded to Detroit, and he's like, I don't want to be a Tiger. He can opt out at the end of the season and go anywhere he wants. Not a bad no trade clause because
right
then
back into free agency. Yeah.
right, because I shouldn't say it's a no trade clause, but not a bad clause because it gives the team flexibility to trade him, that they're not handcuffed, but it brings in serious contenders, really.
Yeah,
being like,
it does.
There's a chance he could be a rental because he could opt out. But if he doesn't, then we have the rest of that contract with him.
Yep.
So you're taking a little bit of a gamble. And I think if you bring him in as like planning on him being a rental, but you win a World Series, you could have him for the rest of his contract. You could be locked in.
Correct.
Yeah. So that could work out really well for somebody.
I don't think the Dodgers are going to fall apart, though.
I don't think they will either. With the way they're running things right now, that is a pretty well-oiled machine. And I know we have talked about this team tearing it down over the last couple of years because
we have
their lack of luck and winning in the postseason and the World Series. But I think these are the moves that needed to be made to adjust. I'm not saying they're going to win the World Series this year.
No, I'm not saying that either.
But I will say I am looking upon them more favorably today than I was the day they actually signed Ohtani for this year.
Same. Totally. And way more than we were at the end of the wild card series and the division series.
Big time. Yeah.
Way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, these are big deals, and this is going to change not only today, but the future for the Dodgers. I'm really excited for them, and I'm really not excited all at the same time, if that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense because
yeah,
like this is my thing. Like as a baseball fan, I love good teams, but I don't like monsters, right?
Right.
And I'm happy, and for the most part, I'm happy for fan bases when their team is good.
That's right.
If they haven't won a world like a legit, I don't want to say legitimate, like if they haven't won a regular World Series in a very long time. And I have a brother-in-law who's a Dodgers fan, right?
Yeah.
Like, Brig, I don't like the Yankees, but if the Yankees win a World Series, I'll be very happy for you.
Thank you.
Right? Like
me too. Yeah.
That's just the way, right? So
that's how I feel about the Mariners.
It's the same right now, right?
Yeah.
But man, as a Mariners fan, like this freaking sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure, yeah, I agree.
Ohtani and Yamamoto, despite not having any money in the bank, apparently. But
it's crazy.